It was Michael's intention to bring the corn into a field close to the farmhouse within 3 weeks of the hutting. However, bad weather during late September and October prevented any tractor going on the ground. So the first dry day available, Michael again contacted the neighbours for their assistance in building a corn stack, which could have, despite rain or snow, sat for a long period until a threshing machine was available. Tommy this time is operating with a 1949 Ferguson T20 diesel, which again by the mid-50s was taking over from the petrol and TVO Fordsons.
What could you lift it on? Half a ton?
So it would lift half a ton, but it would nearly take a front of it off the ground. About 700 now is a good lifting for it. It turned out to be a good till good tractor for the spuds. For the planting of the spuds, they were proved to be the best for that. Light and taking over, diesel taking over was a good tool.
Was it diesel that much?
Oh, they come in after the TVO Ferguson. That's the T20. Oh, happy wee tractor, that. Good for that job there, for taking on huts and all that sort of work.
What's that machine there?
That's the buckery. That was a great invention too. It used to be the hay cart before that.
You have any idea what year the buckery was coming out? Would it have been, you know, in your days and then, you know, you're talking about 50s.
Oh,
Buckery from now, right?
oh, she came out in 55, 56, around 50 that. In the 50s anyway she came out. Before that it was a hay cart. I remember taking on 8 huts one night, it must have been around Halloween time. Taking 8 huts for a man one night and I left him round a steel. And called in the house coming up and got a drop of tea and he laid there no bother building the stack the next day. But when we were doing the next day, the 8 huts was back in the steel where I had lifted them from. The boys, the young cubs about, had got a couple of posts and they had run them onto the huts and carried them back and left them where they were.
The base of the stack is made from gorse branches or whins, as they were locally known. The reason for this is so that the corn sheaves, which are now left flat, will be off the ground. The whins are prickly, and their smell when fresh was supposed to be a deterrent to rats and mice, which would have infested a stack, especially if it were left for a long time. Tommy's brother John Joe and Willie Turner are to be the main architects at the building and are endeavouring to put the 18 huts into one stack.
Well, how do you know there what's the comfort to start off with to make the so the stack will hold all the huts?
We had them made there, there's some that stack at the minute now where had done it in the past. I think again with experience, they knew that there was 18 huts had to go into it. Well, we weren't really worried with there been 1 or 2 huts left over, but a good experienced man generally knew what size of a hut they'd start off with, what he could have put into it.
Would that ever been considered to be a big stack?
It wouldn't have been, it's a fair size of a stack, but there've been broader stacks built, enough for 2 stacks. We could have probably made 2 stacks, but been very, very small.
So you're trying to put the 18 huts into one stack?
Well, as near as possible. We'll see how these boys end up. They're the experts.
They're debating turning the ring on her, I think.
What's that, Thomas?
They're debating turning the ring on her there at the minute, I would think.
When you decide to turn the ring on her, you're determining how much more stuff you can put on the head of her then.
That's right. There's your man there, he's gibbing her. That's putting her into shape.
It's just purely for appearance?
Oh, oh.
seemed to be always this thing that not only had you to get the work done, but they have a bit of pride in it.
Yeah, they're coming to the head then. It's usually one man has to finish her there. Because as they get on up, she gets that narrow that they're not room for the two men. So it's a lot slower. You might notice there sometimes they had to even turn on the head of the sheaf. For the sheaf is too long to go straight across her, and it would be, the head would be sticking out at the other side, and they'll probably double her up, get her shipped.
Would you can tell her that a while about stack, Tom?
Oh, that stack's in good shape, aye. Now there's a man shipping to come down, I think.
It looks like they'll get the whole thing on, Tom.
It looks like it now, but there'll bound to be a lot lying about, for you never can just judge it that way. Yeah, they wind up needing a forkful or two, or else when you shave too many. He's about finished now anyway. Throw a couple of cross ropes on her and that'll be her. She'll be ready for the thatch.
How long could that start now?
Once you get her thatched, that can sit through the winter.
Next morning, Michael and Willie must cut the thatch, which will keep the stack dry all winter. Rushes are used for this purpose, and once again the scythe will be brought into action, as the ground here is too soft to allow a tractor and reaper to operate.
Well, these rushes now, they wouldn't be especially grown for the purpose. You get them on a fairly dampish ground that wouldn't be ploughed up for a few years. They're there in abundance for you, alright. In comparison to corn, you had the shape of corn, them's a niche. Isn't that right, Tom?
That's right.
The niche of rushes still up by you up onto the head of the stack. And you take a handful there and you tuck it in under the corn, starting from the bottom of the head of the stack and working up to the top. Again, the whole purpose is running off water and protecting the straw and the seed underneath.
But it served any purpose that of keeping out birds?
No, well at that stage the seed is all on towards the heart of the stack. So there should be no seed. There might be an odd head or two of corn would be protruding, but you wouldn't be worried at that stage. It was really a protection against the elements of the rain. Again, depending on how the stack had been headed off to, you can have a fairly steep head on her, which would leave her difficult enough to thatch.
Quite a lengthy process that, Tom.
Well, that's a slow job there. Takes a good while to go around the stack now. And rope her after that. And cross rope her again.
The pride which went into every job around the farm in those days shows itself again, with all the loose ends being cropped off and the edges of the thatch left neat and tidy. Michael and Willie now tie down the thatch, leaving the corn stack dry and secure. It could now be left until the following spring. Many farmers preferred to keep their corn in the stack garden over the winter months. This was usually because space in the barns might not have been available. Some also believed that rats and mice would not cause so much damage in the stack as they would have done if the grain had been stored in bags around the farmhouses. Mice were a particular nuisance, eating into the bags. On average, a small farm would have had 3 stacks of corn. The one pictured here on Michael's farm represents 1.5 acres, and that would yield about 3 tons of grain.